In this video, it's 2025, boys. So I'm coming at you with my 2025 thick solutions. Yeah, it's just play on words for resolutions. So I'm trying out a new setup. I'm trying out some new things. So check it out. Let me know what it thinks. I think this camera kind of makes me look a little bit better, but we'll see. Anyways, but you can see the background. In any case, this is going to be more of a stream of consciousness video. It's not going to be your typical review. I'm just going to go through a bit of a retrospective for 2024. Then I'm going to go through some of my goals for 2025. I'm going to touch, it's going to be like basically all PE related, but it's going to touch on like fitness, a little bit of finance, things that are necessary, to have a good sort of PE, quote unquote, career going into my 2025. So I'll go through my status, whether, my girth and length, and what my goals are going to be for 2025 as far as length, girth, and what are some of the things that I'm gonna do to try to achieve those goals. So it's gonna be a very interesting video. So let's get started. Ho ho ho! So here I have Mr. Slappy in his little Christmas outfit going on. It's super hilarious. Ho ho ho! So yeah. Anyways, okay. So I want to do a bit of a touch up on 2024. So, I call this video the New Year's Dick Solution. So I'm going to focus a lot, and credits to my girlfriend who actually came up with that title. So yeah, so basically in 2024, I didn't focus a whole lot on PE, to be perfectly honest. I think I sort of I was dating a lot. I was focusing on a lot of like personal things, so I didn't really sort of focus on that. As far as so I want to go through some like finances, dating, content creation. So the first thing, you got to have a good baseline, right? And for that baseline, that means that you have to have good finances and good health. So my finances actually ended up like breaking even. I did a lot of investments on like some crypto stuff, had a lot of gains, a lot of good trades, a lot of bad trades, and at the end of the year, I was essentially even, which is actually not that bad because I got to do a lot of cool things, a lot of fun things. Got to buy a lot of things, and go out a lot, just with the profits that I was making from crypto. And at the end of the day, if I'm breaking even, basically I didn't really use my own money to do any of that stuff, right? So I got to travel, I got to buy a lot of PE equipment, and I got to take out my girlfriend on dates. And at the beginning of the year, I was still going out by myself on dates with other girls. So overall, I think the finances still worked out pretty well. And then, health wise, I actually made a lot of improvements. So I changed my diet from largely like sort of high fat diets, which, I thought was good, but I just wasn't doing it. I wasn't like, what's it called, disciplined enough to do like a high fat, low carb diet. So I ended up just getting fat, right? So I switched because my cholesterol was really high. I switched to a more of a higher carb, higher protein, lower fat diet. So a lot of toast and things like that, and actually worked out pretty well. I feel so much healthier now than I used to do than I used to feel before. Before I used to have like all these pains, and now I feel like so much better. So my health really, I think, took a bit of an upturn this year. Along with my dating, I feel like I got a lot better. I cut out basically all sort of hooking up and random hookups, which is good for your mental health and good for your obviously any sort of exposure to like STDs and stuff like that, which I'm like deathly afraid of. I also, my training was pretty consistent, so I did a lot of training, mostly like largely in kickboxing. I used to do a lot of jiu-jitsu and kickboxing and wrestling, but now I'm just focusing mostly on kickboxing. I've gotten a lot better. I'm very close, I think, to getting a blue belt, which is great, but I really need to get better. Yeah, so another thing that I think took a big hit, for me was the content creation. I just wasn't as consistent as I would have wanted it to be. I think like my first year I was fairly consistent, but the second year has been sort of lagging. I was trying to put out videos like every week, at least every Mondays when I film, and then I would edit, release them like on Tuesday or Wednesdays depending. But that has been very difficult. I think largely it has been because of the dating, has been largely because focusing on my personal life, focusing on like my girlfriend and learning how to do all that. but I don't want to put up excuses. I really want to get better at this. So finances was okay, dating was good, health was good, training was decent, content creation took a big hit. I want to talk a little bit more about my current stats. Again, I was doing pretty good at the beginning of the year with the length work, so mainly using the extender about I don't know, about 4 to 6 hours a day. I had a vibration. It was looking good. I was over a little bit, about almost 8.25 bone press, which was pretty close to about almost close to 8 non-bone press, which is great, really good. But then I sort of got lazy. Life got in the way, dating, personal life, work. So it was really hard. So my stats for the year lengthwise basically remained the same. You obviously, if you take a little break, you lose some of those gains. So I basically went back to my original 8 inches bone press right now, which is fine. I want to do more, which I'll talk more about in the next section. But right now, lengthwise is 8 bone press, which again is like about 7.5 to 7.75 depending on weight. Non-bone press, girth has been something that I've been sort of trying to work on, especially towards the latter part of the year. So just kind of give you a reminder of how my penis is right now. So the bottom part is healthy, because when I developed Peyronie's, is basically like from the middle part, and sort of like this part here has like scar tissue, which really prevents it from pumping to really work that great. So what I've been introducing a lot lately is jelking and bundle stretching. And again, this is very advanced stuff, so don't do it just because I do it. I'm not telling you this for newbies. This is what I'm doing right now. I'm super advanced. I'm like 4 years into this at least. In any case, so my stats are a little bit over 6 inches in girth here up to here. Then it starts tapering off. It ends about 5.5, 5.6 here towards the glans. So, that's basically my stats. I like to say it's 8 by 6, but more realistically, it's about like 8 by, 5.7, 8. So, if you sort of take the median of it, what I want to do for this year is basically even that out. So I want to have an even 6 throughout. So, I want to have a nice even penis basically. And for that, I'm trying out a new thing, a few things. So for the new year, I'm going to keep pumping, but it's not going to be my priority. Lengthwise, I want to keep doing length work, and I definitely, like, my goal for the end of the year will be like 8.5. Bone press is my sort of my goal. My moonshot goal is 9 inches bone press. I highly doubt I'll get to that, but it's gonna be like my my moonshot goal. More realistically, it's 8.5, which would be great. And my regular goal for girth wise is gonna be 6 inches even. And again, to do that, I'm gonna implement jelking, a lot of jelking, mod jelks, bundle to break off that scar tissue, right? Breaking off fulcrum, so basically you're sort of breaking that off, but I'm not gonna put in as much work on lengthwise. I'm gonna focus a lot on the girth, so I'm only gonna put in I'm only dedicating 2 hours of length work 5 days a week, which is when when I'm working from home. And then whatever rest I have time, I'm gonna do the jelks. I'm gonna still use the shockwave therapy, so I do that every other day. And then so my routine right now is I do the extending for 2 hours, then I do the shockwave machine on days that I have to do it, and then I do the jelking. I do that for like 45 minutes, 30 to an hour. I'm just watching TV, and then I go to the pump and I do that for about like 30 to 40 minutes, and that's basically my routine. I'm doing that 5 to 6 days a week. 5 the extending, and then 5 to 6 days a week usually. It's kind of difficult to do it more than 5 days a week because I have the weekends. I have stuff to do. So what at least I like to do on the weekends is at least just pump or do some jogging or something like that. Especially before I go to bed. So that's basically my goals as far as like finances and health. I want to lose weight. I want to go to like at least 200 pounds body weight. So I'm gonna have to lose like around like 20 pounds, which is actually not a huge thing. Ideally, I want to go down to like 180, so lose like 40 pounds. That would be great, but we'll see. We'll see how well that goes. So I want to talk a little bit more as to how. So how am I gonna achieve some of these goals? So for the weight, I'm gonna do like at least 2 hour workout. So even with all my PE work, I still have time to work out at least like 2 hours a day. 5 to 6 times a week. So I wanna add one more hour of working out. Also really want to seriously look at about getting into TRT. Also, I need to fix my diet even more. I eat a lot, even though it's a lot better than it was last year. I need to really control my hunger. I don't want to play. I don't plan on getting onto any of those like GLP agonists or like Ozempic or anything like that. Like no, that's I think I can do that with just my own willpower. But I really, especially at my age, looking into getting into TRT. So if you have any hints for me, I don't think my doctor can prescribe it because my testosterone was allowed in like mid 500s last time I checked it. See, I want to get rid of like this cheeks, like really like lose some weight there. If you have any tips as to how I can get TRT here in the States, something good, legit, let me know. Leave me a comment. I don't know anything about this, but I want to get serious about it this year. So that's sort of pretty high on my list. So I want to get on TRT. And again, do more lifting, focus more on kickboxing, maybe potentially implement like just jujitsu. No more wrestling. Unfortunately, I have back issues, so I can't really do the wrestling. So as far as like PE, how do I achieve my goals? So again, I mentioned the jogging, the pumping. So with pumping, I'm going to change it a little bit. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to wear basically a sleeve. What I've been doing recently, is I wear like a sleeve up until here. So, I have the penis sleeve, and maybe I'll do a video on this, comment below if you want me to. So I do a sleeve that basically covers like the base, and that way makes most of the pressure focus on like this mid to this distal part of the penis. And that way I'm going to try to, expand that distal part because I have seen gains from pumping at the bottom. But again, I think the scar tissue really messes it up. So I want to do that. I want to do the jockeying, the shot wave. I'm going to continue to do injections, not just for sex and recreational, basically recreational use as well, PGE1. But again, like I think the bulk of the work is going to be on the jockeying, the bundle extending. I'm also thinking of bringing back DMSO. I have a DMSO video, so I need to like do like an updated recipe, maybe do DMSO pumping. I'm not sure, like that's kind of a maybe. I think it could potentially help. I know I've heard of, I don't know if you heard of like Ronell's blogs. Have you heard about Ronell, who's like a OG when it comes to like Chem PE? He swore by DMSO. He also swore by joking and PGE1, but obviously he didn't have Peyronie's like I do. So I think for me is the bundle and really try to break up that scar tissue. And credits to Chess. I believe he's like a mod of the Seams Discord. He posted this on Reddit about doing bundle extending for girth work, which I hadn't even like clicked on my mind that I can like obviously do the bundle to really break up the tissue to prime the penis for girth work. So I think that's a great idea, which I'm really gonna start integrating into my routine. As far as length, I'm only gonna dedicate again 2 hours a day for this. And hopefully, I like the Best Extender Pro, the app. It's called the PE Trainer. I think that has a really good way to motivate me, so I'm trying to use that. I'll post an actual review on the PE Trainer app and the Best Extender Pro that's coming up. So yeah, that's gonna keep it simple. I'm not so when it comes to like what Chess was proposing or suggesting was to do the bundle extending with vibrations. So basically the bundle and then do the vibrations, and that like helps sort of break up some of that tissue. And I'm really gonna try that. So I'm going to, unfortunately the Best Extender Pro doesn't have the vibrations, so I'll probably do that for like an hour on the Hog Vibe, and then another hour on the Best Extender Pro. It's kind of a hassle. I need to really like figure out how I can use the P Trader app with both. But it is what it is. Besides that, I want to focus on on cardio, which should hopefully helps my erection quality. And besides PE, my other big goal is in content creation. So even if it's not like the highest quality, I want to at least be consistent. I do want to improve quality, but overall I want to get into a good rhythm. So even if it's not like the lighting is not the best, or like I'm not feeling like that great, I want to be able to put out videos regardless, right? And especially if it's like I'm just talking, like this stuff comes to me like naturally. Like honestly, my girlfriend hates this. Like I actually talk about this stuff like at parties and to her friends, which is like kind of embarrassing for her, because I'd be talking about like injecting dicks and like doing using an extender and like talk about my YouTube channel. It's kind of embarrassing for her, but I don't give a shit. Like I'm not like shy about this stuff. It's it's awesome for me. But yeah, I wanna be able to do this stuff more, even if it's a stream of conscious video, like just do it more often. So I really want to do a content creation. I want to do at least 3 videos a month. Yeah, you know, I want to focus a little bit more on like dating overall, like traveling a little bit more as far as finances, as I mentioned. You know, I really think the bull run is probably going to be over this year. So I want to like make sure I take as much advantage of it as I can until everything kind of sort of you know, crashes. I'm guessing it's going to be like this year, but who knows? But that's what I'm going on. Like, I think it's going to crash this year. So I want to like take advantage of it. Hopefully it's kind of like a, you know, a game of hot potato. You have to get out first. And hey, I may not have all the gains financially, but like at least hopefully I don't, you know, I don't like end up losing when everything crashes. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So in any case, those are the status and sort of my goals and a stream of consciousness on everything that's going on in my mind and what I want to accomplish this year, how it was last year. So in any case, let's move on to our final thoughts. And there you go. That was okay, a little bit messy, not gonna lie, but hopefully you enjoy this type of videos where it's not like I'm not doing a review. I'm just sort of just talking to you as a person, like one-on-one, you know, letting you know what's on my mind, letting you know what's going on in my life. And if you want to see this type more like real videos where I'm not just focusing on a product, I'm not focusing on something, where I'm just like talking to you, you know, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I do plan on coming out with more reviews. So I have the Best Extender Pro coming out. I have the Python Plus, Python Clamp Plus, whatever it's called. I have the Epic Extender set coming up. But besides that, I'm doing a lot more things that are like relevant to me, like Peyronie's and, you know, some other stuff. Everything pretty much all PE related. So I'm really interested in TRT. So if you have any tips, if you can help me like get it going, feel free to reach out to me. I'm really you know, really interested in that. So let me know. I could use all the help that I can get on that. So in any case, if you like this video, if you like reviews, if you like talking about penis, if you like talking about dating and doing all this stuff, you know, how do you deal with all this stuff in your day-to-day life, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and check out these other videos which may be relevant to you. And I'll see you next time. Peace.